Well, hello, this is Shiva, and this is episode 12 of the Crust. Whoa. Um, well, we'll start off with the build, and as you can see, I've kind of built my thing here. Now, I have literally everything is now being separated. Right there, there's aluminum. This is silicone. This is my slag. This is titanium, and this is, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I've got two options. One, I have a whole bunch of room here. What I'm going to do is, while I remember to get rid of all of this, because I may need the spare room. And let's just get you going. We'll put you on slow this time. I have two options. I can build all of my factories here and then bring them up with another space elevator, or I can move the four main resources and put them up with a space elevator, and then sort of build everything at the top here, where I've got all of this huge, massive room. The problem that I think about with this is the drones. The drones really kind of suck, to say the least. And I really, really, really badly, and they get very, very confused. And if there's resources that are upstairs and on the surface and underground, and you need resources from both of those, the drones have a tendency to flip out a little bit. Everything else is fine, by the way. But so I don't know. Now, I've never actually built the factory up here, and I'm kind of tempted to do so. Yeah, hang on. Let's just see. Let's just do where exactly he would be. He is. He was. Yeah, I was right. So if I do the drones, he would be right here. Look at all that room, right? The problem is cost with the conveyor belts. Now, if I did him like this and then just moved the raw resources up, yeah, we could do it. The problem is getting it over to the spaceport. And the other problem, of course, is, well, we could always just move the spaceport. But the other problem is the amount of money that it costs to build stuff here. Because, okay, we'll take a good look at the conveyor. Every conveyor belt you build is $300. And same with power. I believe power does actually cost you. Well, it costs you resources. Wires, I believe, do cost you money because the game told me it did. So I have absolutely no idea what's going to be the cheapest alternative. I'm actually thinking about the space elevator. I'm going to be removing the expedition center anyway. It's in a bad position. So am I going to be able to fit this and a factory? I'm not too sure. I could put it right here. How's that? Does that give me room? Yeah, I'm not too sure how to what I need to do with this. In all intents and purposes, I was thinking of scrapping this campaign after playing the sandbox. Despite my constant complaining about the game, it actually turned out to be a great build. I wished that I had built the thing a little bit better. Like this. I love this setup. This is kind of a cool looking setup. But, if in retrospect, I kind of should have built it on the above and not below. And things would have been fixed out a little bit. So I do have a problem. The other thing is I could always connect it to the other one, but that is a huge cost in terms of conveyor belts. So I'm just not too sure on exactly what I need to do. Because the cost of the conveyor alone is going to be pretty expensive. Yeah, it's going to be easily a couple of hundred thousand, and I do not have it. I only have 140,000, and I really don't have a lot to sell. So it's kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm going to pause this before I overfill my resources here. I definitely need more titanium. I need more plates and titanium. Things like a silicone and the iron ore here. If you look at the market, they don't actually want that. They want titanium at the moment. That's generally the big thing, and of course the bricks and stuff. But you know, things like iron ore and silicone is no longer really all that important. It's really aluminum and titanium. And slag is pretty much useless. So I'm not too sure what to do here. I don't know. This is basically a raiding game. I'm trying to get some more resources happening here because so I can sell stuff, so I can make some more money. But at the moment, it's not great. The other thing here is I could always see about. Well, you see, I'm kind of screwed here. In my scramble to try and fix the game after I almost killed my entire game, I'm just one complete and total step behind. To be honest, I'm really tempted just to start over the campaign and do it properly. The sandbox, when I played that, I learned an awful lot about this game, stuff that I didn't know before. And it's and to be honest here, it's almost worth just scrapping it and starting over. You know what? The hell with it. I'm going to build the I'm going to build the I'm going to build the elevator and do it that way. I don't know if anybody has actually ever done this. I really don't like it so far away from my elevator, from my main elevator, because that means my drones are going to have a hell of a trip.
Research complete.
But I definitely need some aluminum, and I definitely need some titanium, because that's all they're really asking for. They're asking for, you know, generally bricks for that guy, but it's really titanium. I'm not going to be able to fill a lot of this stuff. But see, there's titanium there. There's, you know, more titanium, and then there is these guys here. And as I said, my aluminum production is not great. I think, no, I'm not going to build the elevator right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. I have, first off, I have to think about this. If the amount of resources I'm getting in here, this is filling up very rapidly, so I can actually split that feed, but that's not the right one, is it? No, it's in conveyor. Sorry, this guy right here. We research it, but it doesn't give it to you, and that's kind of shitty on the developer's part for putting that in there and then not actually giving it to us. So we need the ability to be able to split our resources. Now, in my design, I was worried about the amount of resources coming down because in the, see, this one's already filled up, right? And I have 3 separate lines. If you try to put everything, if you try to put 3 sources of iron onto onto one line, it's just going to clog everything up. So you need 3 sets of resources. So I decided to do it this way. But doesn't work that way, does it? But so what we need to do is we need to do some feeds here. Do this. Melting furnace. Just make sure it's the right way. So we can do a melting furnace here. And we can do a smelting furnace here. And because this is slag, we can do a smelting furnace here. So what we'll do is we will split our lines. 1, 2, and then this third one would be over here. Go. Now next we need is some power. Gonna reach here? No, you're not, but you're gonna go right there. Gonna reach you. Yeah. So come on there. Is that good? I think that's good. All right, choose production type. There's 1, 2. Then with the rest, now with the chain, which one was it that did that? Oh, it's this guy right here. So we will have to flip you. I am trying to save as much money as possible. Build all. So far we're good. And I believe this is going to need power, but that's fine. Gonna reach that. Yeah, he's gonna reach that. So, some storage. Let's use some big boxes, shall we? If you hold the shift key down, it duplicates, right? So, conveyor belt. I'm not using the expensive ones because, to be honest, I really don't. Jesus, this thing. I've noticed with the boxes, especially, this is really a big problem that it constantly does that. Come on. Okay, there we go. Build all. Plates. I'm just going to have to lump it. The chain going. See? So that this can be used as a very simple splitter. They're very, very handy. As I said before, I don't know why I did it this way. Why I could have just built everything up and put everything on one thing, but I would have probably have had everything just sort of jam up together. Even with conveyor 2s, they move faster, but I believe that they will still jam up, especially if I'm upgrade all of my buildings to maximum production. So I just sort of built this for speed. And these guys are taking forever. What is the matter? Oh, I see why. I see the problem right now. Okay. Okay, we need to buy some. And this is a huge problem with this bloody game. Because, well, you'll see in a second here. Just need two. I think I'll buy one more just for this, for the fun of it. Let's buy. Now we go up to here. Cargo pod is ready for landing. Watch what happens. More times than not, it just sits there. The drones basically ignore cargo pods, even though a building has been requested. Oh, but it did it this time. Now that is interesting. Oh, I was wrong. It's erratic, okay? So you have to remember that sometimes the thing is really bloody annoying. And we are now producing this. Okay, why aren't you giving me my titanium? Is this another bug? I wouldn't be so annoyed with this damn game if it wasn't for the fact that I constantly have to spend money to try and fix problems that are in the bugs. Build all. There we go. I don't know. It was connected before. Wasn't it? But it just is really, really freaking annoying. So what else do we need? Well, we need aluminum, and that's going to be interesting. So we've got a furnace, we've got the rolling mill, which is of course the titanium, the small concrete factory, the component factory. Let's build some aluminum because that is also comes up a lot for sale now. Now I've got two lines, so I think what we'll do is we'll just sort of just use the two. We'll just use the second line. Hey, whoops, wrong key. It's very easy to miss these, unfortunately. Should I build everything down here so that at least it's even? No, let's not. At the present moment, I really don't have the money to spare to make it nice and neat. I have messed that up. You know, I used to criticize people for you know, being rather anal about things of what am I doing. Yep. Knocking everything up. I have a second line here, so I actually double that up. And this hook you up. What should we do? We should do this one here. There we go. One of the things you got to be careful about with this, as you can see, I've got the 5 expansion. The problem is that every time I did that, oh really? Come on, you got to be freaking kidding me. Here we go. But every time I did the 5, every time I put 5 on here, the 5th one would sometimes have power for 10 seconds and then switch off and not have power for 10 seconds and just keep repeating that over and over again. So obviously there's a small bug in the program because, you know, you're supposed to be able to hook up 5, not 4.5, which is, well, exactly what the problem is here. And I've got that going, so that's great. I don't need silicone, don't really need iron at the present moment. Honestly, it's just not really worth building it until I'm actually ready and I've built up some money. At the present moment, I have 117,000, so it's not too bad. So what are we going to do next? Well, I think that the next big thing is to start thinking about the other resources, and that is my rare earth. So there we go. There's one for the rare earth. And I would also like one for my regolith. Just to store for that one. Should I put him here? You know what? I'm actually going to put him over here. And the reason for that is that he's out of the way in case I need to, in case I change my mind and move everything upwards. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, I'll probably just do this one recording. So I don't know. Is it worth restarting the campaign? Because this is, I'm kind of unhappy with this build, especially after doing the sandbox and realizing how much things are, how much better I can build things. And you know, I'm kind of I don't know if I'm going to be able to really salvage this, or if I am, these series of videos are going to just drag on and on and on, and I'm not too sure. Yeah, I gotta fix that bloody thing too as well. But I'm just not too sure what exactly to really do here. So if you have any ideas, just let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of leaning towards just restarting the campaign or just moving on to a different game, to be honest, because after the sandbox, I've come to the realization that the game is kind of drawn out and made a lot longer than it really should be. But you know, if a couple people want me to continue on and even to do a new campaign, then I will do so. In the meanwhile, I think I'll just close this right now and end the video and have a little think about exactly how I'm going to be able to salvage the game and be able to get this thing to actually end. You know, because I have a feeling that it's going to take quite a few hours of patience and playing and building up money once my resources are available for me to sell and everything else. And well, I could always build my production chain. So we'll see about that. But in the meanwhile, just let me know in the comments. So anyway, this is Shiva. of course. I'm going to be signing off now. I hope you've all had a fabulous day, and mine was pretty good. Tomorrow, you might not hear too much from me because it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. But in the meanwhile, time to end this particular episode and hopefully see you the next one. Bye-bye now.